Hi everyone and greetings from Australia. My name is Ruth and I am an Australian registered migration agent and a lawyer of the Supreme and High Court of Australia. Well, today I would like to share with you updates in regard to Skills Assessing Authority in Australia. But before that, I would just like to share very briefly about what skills assessment is. So skills assessment is a requirement for the Department of Home Affairs before you can apply for certain types of skilled or work visas. It is a process whereby you have your skills assessed to be comparable to Australia's standard, and an applicant will usually need to show that they have the relevant qualification and in some cases work experience, which is highly relevant to the nominated occupation. Now, in some cases, you may receive an exemption even if you don't have the relevant qualification, but if you have got a wealth of work experience, then that might be able to substitute for your qualification, but it would depend on the type of occupation. So I will now go through a list of skill assessing body in regard to the updates in light of COVID-19. Now please note that this is information only. We strongly recommend that you verify the information at the time you apply, and if you need help, contact us. So we'll start with the APC. So the council has been closed temporarily due to COVID-19. However, they are still fully operational and functional. In some cases, it might affect the processing time and might cause a bit of a delay. If you need help, you can contact the APC office directly. The ACECQA, which is assessment in regard to early childhood teacher, one of the updates is that they now require that your transcript to demonstrate that there is early childhood specialization in your qualification before they can provide you with a positive assessment. Next, the ADC. The ADC has introduced a new validity time frame for initial assessment applications for all dental professions. So from the 1st of January 2020, successful initial assessments for all dental professions will now be valid for 7 years. However, current applicants may be impacted for written examinations due to COVID-19, as we know. What about Engineers Australia? So Engineers Australia's update is in regard to exemption from English language. So qualified applications who are citizens of and holds a valid passport of the United Kingdom, the USA, Canada, New Zealand, or the Republic of Ireland will be exempted from English tests. So if you are looking at doing a skills assessment through Engineers Australia and you hold a passport of country that I have just mentioned, then guess what? You are exempted from English tests. Next, Speech Pathologists Australia. So Speech Pathologists Australia has actually introduced new guidelines for applications, and this is actually now published on their website, so feel free to access their website for the new guideline. Next, TRA, which is Trades Recognition Australia. New guidelines now applies to the MSA application system. Again, please feel free to access this on their website. What about AVBC? So applications were postponed in March, but new arrangements were going to be made for online applications from April 2020. Inquire within if you need more information. As with AIQS, due to COVID-19, the office encourages that all applications be emailed instead of by post. So email, don't post. Also, the processing time may now be affected, but business is still going on. As with ANZPAC, office closure due to COVID-19, but again, you can still contact them via email or contact form because they are still functional. Application time frame may also be affected. In regard to ACWA, the guidelines for skill assessment for welfare worker are under review and may be amended in the near future. In regard to BEDASES, offshore practical assessment due to the coronavirus, but technical interviews are happening online. So no more offshore practical assessment, because how BEDASES do it is after you've gone through your document surety evidence, and they approve you, they usually send their assessors from Australia. They fly them overseas to a center to actually watch you perform the job, to make sure that you know what you're doing. But because of travel ban and safety of their staff, unfortunately, no practical assessments will go forward, but technical interviews are happening online, which is fantastic, and that's only available for non-licensed occupations or pathway to licensed occupation. Institute of Managers and Leaders, again, they encourage all applicants to email or post instead of going there physically. Well, that's all the update. That concludes the update that I would like to provide to you in regard to skill assessing authorities. I actually made another video on the importance of having skills assessment, because that's really the first step to migrating to Australia if you're to apply for any skilled visas or certain types of work visa, failing which you can't apply for migration unless you're going through the other types of family stream. So if you need help with preparing for your skill assessment, please do not hesitate to contact us, and we would be very happy to assist. Our email address is as below. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to listen to this video, and we wish you the very best in your pursuit for Australian migration. Thank you.